Good evening and welcome to Lady Highlander basketball. My name is Jeff Argenziano. I'm filling in for Todd Harmon along with Mr. Jack Conley. And Jack, tonight the Lady Highlanders are facing opponent from the Northeast Conference, the Revere Patriots. They are coming in with a 1-2 record and someone remains winless at this time.
And Jeff, the whole story so far for the Lady Highlanders has been the ability to hang on to the ball. Turnovers has been a huge problem all three contests so far this year, and that also tonight the handicap is that Jill Hutchinson, who has been playing all three games, handles the ball a lot, is not here. Taylor Casey, after making an appearance last Monday night, was injured near the end of the game, and we know Jemima Joseph's been out and will be out again this evening. So experience and ball handling ability is certainly going to be a problem for the Highlanders this evening.
And that's something that was lacking with turnovers, and tonight losing your starting point guard, Jill Hutchinson, who's at a school conflict tonight. That's going to hurt, bringing the ball up especially. When you're going to look here, you have the inexperience of Nevaeh Sanchez, who came up after the incredible showing during the JV win comeback against Methuen, played the last two varsity games. She's going to have a lot of effort tonight.
And you know, there's a lot of promise there. She's got the ability to go inside. She's a little tentative with the outside shot. She made her first three-point shot off the glass and little confidence boost. But it's a bright spot down the future by handling the ball tonight, especially against the press, Jeff. The full court press has been a major problem. Handling the ball, getting the ball over midcourt was a big problem last Monday night, and it's our hope that they'll be able to try and address that and move the ball up the floor quickly.
Today is the 20th of December. You're playing the Revere Patriots, who are coming in off a win against Malden in the Northeast Conference. They are 1-2, and your Highlanders are winless. Let's go to the starting five.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Somerville's Eugene Broome Fieldhouse. Tonight, your Somerville Highlanders will face Northeastern Conference opponent, the Patriots of Revere High School. Somerville leads the way in ensuring sporting events are safe and enthusiastic. Give honor and respect to student athletes, coaches, officials, families, and fans by appreciating outstanding plays by all teams and athletes, supporting decisions by coaches and officials, showing you a role model on the court and in the stands, displaying appropriate behavior in the stands at all times, using only positive language and gestures, removing your hat, remain standing for the entire national anthem, and entering and exiting the area safely. Not doing your part to assure Somerville athletic events are safe and positive will result in being told to leave and be banned from local sporting events. Somerville High School is a smoke and vape-free facility. Use of these products in school grounds will result in objections from the contest. In case of emergency, members of the game staff team will be directing you to the best possible exit. Section 1 will exit out of the emergency exit located next to the bleachers. Sections 2 and 3 will exit out the side door, the same door you used to enter the gym. Please proceed down the back stairway and exit the building on the ground level into the Medford Street lot. Handicapped guests and teams must exit out the atrium doors into the parking lot area. Please look on the wall behind you to identify which section you're seated in. Thank you. And now the starting lineup for the Patriots. Number 2, Eric Achiever. Number 41, Skylar DeSimone. Number 20, Emily DiGiulio. Number 22, Katie O'Donnell. And number 1, Caroline Stasio. And now the sideline for your Somerville Highlanders. At guard, number 10, Bella Caraballotti. At guard, number 15, Caitlin Seeley. At forward, number 22, Elizabeth McEwen. At forward, number 24, Bridget Frazier. And at guard, number 5, Nevaeh Sanchez. Ladies and gentlemen, we ask you please rise and remove your hats to the playing of our national anthem.
Running down your starting fives again, Stasio, Cheever, DiGiulio, O'Donnell, and DeSimone for Somerville, Sanchez, Bella, Caitlin, McEwen, and Bridget Frazier. And your officials for this evening, Jack, we have Mike Adler. Will he be your referee?
Let's see, I get Kara Pember, I believe, told me she's the referee, and Mike Adler is the umpire.
All right, there we go.
As a point of interest, the difference between a referee and the umpire in basketball, the sole difference being the referee is the only one who can call the game for any violation or suspend the activity.
And your responsibilities pregame are different.
And that is the official that also tosses the ball to begin the contest. That is the referee.
We have what appears to be earrings in the ear of number 1, Stasio.
The officials are doing a great job making sure to catch those things.
Tap is won by Somerville into McEwen's hands. Bridget Frazier dribbles right side to the baseline. Looking for Bella in the low block. Bella gets fouled. Basket counts and a foul.
Nice little fake underneath Jeff.
Revere foul number
Bella
1,
went up
Caroline
and made a
Stasio.
nice shot off the backboard to put the high school early.
Foul is
There
on.
it is. Little up fake. There's the foul off the glass in there.
Assistant in her attempt, went straight up with it, misses the free throw. Ball goes saved out of bounds underneath the opponent's basket. McEwen for 3. Count it!
McEwen for 3.
Immediate timeout by Revere to start the game. Not happy with their defensive intensity, especially saving the ball in the
Timeout
opponent's
Revere.
basket in that way directly to Bridget Frazier.
And what was nice to note was the hustle on that play. As the ball was going out of bounds, the Frazier, who has been a very big force both offensively and defensively off the glass in the first couple of contests here at the high school. Jeff been very, very active, picking up both offensive and defensive rebounds and showing good hustle there.
Incomplete aggravation by Matt Willis, who takes the timeout immediately and barely uses 15 seconds of the timeout. Both teams come straight out of there as if it was a 30-second timeout. Revere working the active zone by Somerville, passing, dribbling into the middle of the paint for 3. Number 41, air ball, saved. Rebound to number 5, Sanchez. Air ball was by number 41, DeSimone. Ball goes tipped out of bounds. Somerville out of bounds. Turnover. Bringing the ball up is number 2, Cheever. Over half court. Picks her up as Sanchez, who leaves the paint wide open. DeSimone having a little trouble, gets called for the turnover. Out of bounds, DeSimone turnover.
We got a young Revere squad here tonight as well. Jeff, there's only one senior. We have, I believe we've got 8 sophomores, 3 juniors, and a couple of freshmen. So Revere is a very young team after a big, successful season last year.
But they are trapping you in the back court, but Sanchez has no problem with it getting over between passes and dribbling. McEwen wide open on the left side, passes up to 3, goes for 3 more. Count it!
Got it.
2 threes by McEwen to start off the game, and that's an 8-0 lead, Jack. For 3 more, Revere looking to match it off the glass. Rebound to Frazier.
McEwen has done a nice job here at home in the games we've seen, putting up the free. She doesn't hesitate, gets that open shot and takes it.
And she likes the left side of the court where she made a 3 against Lynn English the same way. Rebound to Stasio. Stasio controlling the action on her own. Stasio again, she is a sophomore. Foul will be on Sanchez, her first, team's first. Revere comes in, as I mentioned, with a 1-2 record, coming off a 49-26 large victory over Malden, losing their first league game to Peabody and their first non-league game to start off the year to Wellesley. 2 free throws, number 20.
Emily DiGiulio, who's captain, co-captain of this Revere squad. Jeff, nice drive going to the basket. There it is there again on replay. Wide open going down the lane. I'm sure Coach Freitas Haley is going to be concerned about that defensive effort, allowing her to just drive right down the lane, virtually uncontested until the foul at the end.
Now, if I'm an assistant coach on the bench, I go to each one of my players right now and check their ears and make sure earrings are coming out. As Jada came back into the game, she came into the game and she had to go to the bench and take her earrings out. Both made free throws by DiGiulio. Turnover, same way. Somerville gets the ball tipped out of bounds by Revere. 6:09 left to go in the first quarter. Nobody is picking up Revere. Sags back into an active zone. Matchup zone. Freitas Haley screaming, get it to her in the low block. Hot hand is McEwen. That's who she's referring to, your coaching staff. Michelle Haggerty, your JV coach. Sheila Freitas Haley, your head coach, now in her second year. Destiny Augustine is sitting on the bench, returning for this game as a college player. Foul will be on number 41, DeSimone.
And very nice to see Sanchez going to the hoop. She had a little bit of daylight and went right inside. Here we go in the replay. There she is looking inside, got a little bit of space, goes up and gets fouled on the way.
Foul was actually on number 22, correction. That's Katie O'Donnell. First free throw is good by Nevaeh. Get a shot of the bench later on. You will see Destiny sitting there with a Highlander hat on, a logo designed by hand from scratch by Joseph Constantine. Award-winning logo. Rebound to number 20, DiGiulio. For three, no, inside, one step inside, 3-point line is Cheever.
Cheever for 2.
9-4 lead is your score currently. Tipped out of bounds in front of the bench. Freitas Haley with the ball cuffed under her arm. Inbound to Jada in the backcourt. Bridget. Nevaeh's got to come to the ball. She's bringing the ball up. Almost a turnover. It should be off McEwen, yes. Credit the turnover to McEwen. Went off her hand. She could have had control of that ball, Jack.
And again, the turnover problem is beginning to turn up a bit. One of the games, we had more turnovers than points in the first half, and those are opportunities you don't get to shoot.
The middle of the paint is not being protected at all by Somerville right now. I would pack in a 2-2-1 into the paint for the next 5 minutes to see if they can actually hit an outside shot other than number 2, Cheever. Jada with the foul. Team second. And back to the line, DeSimone. 2 for 2 is Revere so far. Matt Willis has been named your head coach to start off the year. He's the former Amesbury coach. Very successful Amesbury coach, was removed. He came here and took over this program for the last 2 years. Leanne O'Hara was the head coach, who returned to Bishop Fenwick to be an assistant coach there, but she remains the volleyball coach for Revere. 9-5 is your lead.
And here's the pressure again in the backcourt.
Velasquez is into the game. Another turnover. The pressure defense is killing Somerville, especially, Jack. You knew that was going to be a problem without Hutchinson here.
And Frazier did a nice job looking for floor. Just a little bit too much because she had a wide open McEwen, who could have had an easy path to the basket, but was just too high. There's a shot opportunity that was missed. Revere with the ball.
Revere working top of the key, just dribbling, spin right into the paint for 2. If they don't protect that, there's gonna be major problems. Nevaeh with the rebound. That's 2 rebounds for her. McEwen wide open for 3 more. Over the back is Aleda, no call. Out to Frazier in the front court. McEwen for another step inside. 2 rebounds on this possession for Aleda, but goes out of bounds.
Good work off the glass, Jeff. It was a good effort. McEwen have rimmed it in and out, and Lady Highlanders got the ball back. We're ready to put it in play with another shot opportunity.
V cut across is what they're looking for. To McEwen, top of the key. Over to Nevaeh, up fake, jump shot. Comes in unboxed out is DeJolio.
Let's see if the adjustments made here going down the lane. It looks
They're killing you in the lane for 3. Offensive board, number 1 gets fouled, no call. Stasio.
Stasio. 2.
9-7 is your lead. Nevaeh in the backcourt looking for help. Picks up her dribble. McEwing to the sideline. To Velasquez. She gets fouled by, double dribble Velasquez. Turnover. Here comes Bella. Here comes Seeley. Out is Velasquez. Out is Alida. Alida back for one, taking a year off. She's back this year. 2 years ago she was here. Alida is now junior. And she was wearing number 1 if you're scoring at home. For 3. Off the back of the rim, Frazier the rebound.
And you're going to be saying that a lot tonight, Jeff. She's had multiple rebounds the first half of the last couple of games. Very aggressive under the boards.
Willis begging for 2 travels on that possession. Seeley with the offensive board. Jump ball. So again, Freitas Haley looking forward to the return of Caitlin Seeley. Again, Taylor Casey against Lynn English. Ends up hurting her ACL in her knee. It needs to still be reevaluated. She is out for the time being. Sanchez with the rebound. Timeout, Freitas Haley.
Again, nice play by the freshman Sanchez. She had the presence to hang on the ball. Stay seated, held on the ball, and Coach Haley made good use of the timeout to organize the team to get them ready to bring the ball back up with this 2-point lead at this point, Jeff.
Each team taking 1 timeout so far. You get a total of 5 for the game. No 20s. And the luxury of playing quarters instead of halves, you also get a timeout at the end of the first quarter and at the end of the third quarter. So that's a luxury that you get, which is why I was always a big proponent of going to quarters.
And I've seen the difference, Jeff, officiating games myself when you do games in the halves, especially at the high school level when the games were played in halves. The last 2 to 3, 4 minutes of a half could be particularly tiresome. Although it doesn't seem like that extra minute between quarters gives everybody a chance to get a breather, get a quick sip of water, and get refocused, and saves a little bit of energy toward the end of the contest.
Same starting 5s coming out for both teams. McEwing bringing the ball up, looking to screen. Set of screen is Bridget Frazier, comes off for the ball. Give it to Nevaeh. She should have no problem bringing it up. Always pass it in a pressure situation. The most dangerous person is the person coming from inbounds. Throw it back to McEwing. But travel on Sanchez.
Looked like they had a good opportunity to get the ball over. Sanchez looking, just picked up that back foot a little bit too quickly without putting the ball down. And Coach Willis is going to keep the pressure on as long as he can take advantage of these opportunities, and no question he will.
Somerville has packed it in now, not allowing that wide open spacing to get into the paint. They get the shot off anyway. Caitlin with the board. Again, pressure on Bridget to bring the ball up in this situation she's not used to against a varsity team. Double dribble, no call. Frazier scores off the broken play. Michigan being called again by Willis. Top of the key is Cheever. Up fakes O'Donnell, the paint. Again, jump shot, no foul. Clean jump shot wide open is number 41, DeSimone. She now has 3. Turnover in the backcourt. Slaps the floor is number 20 with her frustration, Emily. But Frazier with a nice crossover, gets away from the pressure, goes all the way down. She gets fouled, 2 shots.
Very good to see her going right to the hoop, Jeff. She had a little clear pass. She just kept her head down and kept going and picked up the foul on the way in. we can see the replay. You'll see she picked up speed as she crossed the foul line. Here we go with the replay. There she is, very aggressive, going to the hoop, going up, gets fouled on the line for 2.
Katie O'Donnell now has 2 fouls. Frazier at the line. Nobody boxes out number 41, DeSimone. She's been the key so far for this team. Break off the block of the backboard. No dribble on that rebound. Alita with the board, who comes in during that free throw. Freitas Haley wants to push the ball. She keeps telling her offensive players to go. Get down the court. Turnover, Alita. Holds up wisely as Emily. Tipped out of bounds, Haley, but saved by number 2, Cheever. Baseline, floater. She has 4 points. Now they tie it up with 1 minute to go in the first quarter. Still the pressure in the backcourt. They're pressuring you with 3. Turnover on Jada West. Coming in back is number 4, Velasquez. Jada is out. Travel. Out of bounds. Same way. Remains Revere ball. 45 seconds to go in the quarter. Right over to O'Donnell. Misses. Offensive board put back in by Stasio.
Stasio, 2.
Somebody's got to get on her and box her out. She's the most active player right now. Coming back is Bella, so substitution, scoring at home. Nevaeh back in. If you're scoring at home, you better use a pencil and paper if you're keeping a running tab of each play. 31 seconds to go. 2-point lead for Revere. Remaining in an active zone is Somerville. For 3. Misses. Tipped out of bounds into the hands of Bridges Frazier. Nice look to Alita. Rebound cleanly by Emily. By far the best player on the court. At the buzzer. Off the glass, no good. Credit the rebound to Alita.
At the end of the first quarter, the score is Revere 13, Somerville 11.
Well, Jeff, I can tell you that so far we have 9 Lady Highlander turnovers in that first period, as opposed to just a couple for the Revere Patriots. The turnovers continue to be a problem plaguing high school, especially against the press, but there were a couple of miscues that were unforced errors, and those are opportunities that missed. No shots taken on those. If any one of those, almost 9 turnovers here could have turned into a shot, the outcome might be a little bit different. The Highlanders down 2 here at the end of the first period.
Sheila Freitas Haley, your head coach, played at Salem State from 93 to 95 and finished out last 2 years of her college career at Pine Manor, 96 to 98. She's in the Durfee Hall of Fame, scoring over 1,000 points when she was in high school at Durfee. And she was also a great Northwest Athletic All-Conference All-Star in 1997 while she was playing for Pine Manor. Bridget Frazier about to inbound the ball in front of us. Accomplished basketball career, Sheila Freitas Haley. Into the game now is Scott. Nevaeh, top of the key, over to Lita. Lita up fake, pushes off, kind of gets tipped right into the hands of Bridget Frazier. Nevaeh having trouble as she gets hit, but Bridget Frazier's a wide open lane down the middle. Tries to save it out of bounds with the offensive rebound to no avail there, Jack.
That was Great show by Frazier, getting her own rebound after the miss. She's been at both ends of the floor, both offensive, defensive rebounds. Literally been an unsung hero so far with her energy level.
Somerville closing off the paint, the middle of the paint, but they're going to not close off the threes. Rebound again by Seeley. 3 rebounds by Seeley. Bridget Frazier still bringing the ball up as substitution here today for Jill Hutchinson. Nevaeh with the crossover, makes no progress. Could have been a double dribble by Bridget. Another crossover by Nevaeh. Jump shot by Bridget off the glass. Rebound by Nevaeh. Ripped away is Caitlin Seeley. .6:55 left to go in the half. 1-4 low is what they're calling out. Looking to create is Sanchez. Over to Scott. Middle of the paint, turnover, Scott. All the way down the middle, basket counts and a foul. DeSimone now with 5 points going to the line. Foul will be on
Someone will foul for 5. Nevaeh
Sanchez, that's 2. In is Bella, in is Velasquez. Going to the line for 2, as you see right there, the foul, basket counts. Offensive board by number 20. Emily, that's 5. Rebound to Bella. Bridget still bringing the ball up. 15-11 is your score. Emily playing tough defense on Bridget. Bridget pushes off, no call. Bella down the middle. Floater in the paint. Rebound to number 10, Caroline Cavallo. Up fake. Another step inside three-point land. Just ball ends up in Yennefer's hands. Aleda for 3. Rebound to number 20. Nobody is boxing out Emily at all. It's 5 rebounds. Swings it over for 3. Back rims. Rebound to Bella. That's 2 quick rebounds for Bella coming in this section of the game. McEwen about to check in next dead ball. Possession arrow goes to Revere if there's a jump ball. For 3 more, Alida loses the handle, slips out of her hand. Credit the rebound to number 41, DeSimone. Just much more fluid offensively as Revere, Jack. Up the bail.
They do a nice job moving the ball, Jeff. There we go. Just those 2 quick passes and nice, easy 15-footer.
Cheever was 6. Up fake in the paint. Air ball. Rebound to Bridget. All the way, Bridget. Nobody gets back for Somerville. They're exhausted.
That was a great
all the way
take
in for
by
2 is
Frazier.
Emily. Nobody stops her. She gets her own offensive rebound. That's awful. Emily gets her own offensive rebound on that play. Wants a timeout. Save Somerville is Willis.
And Revere is just a little bit too quick right now, Jeff. They're forcing the play, and they're certainly wearing out the Somerville defenders on that on those very aggressive drives to the basket. And they're there. They're using the backboard, and we've got now a 6-point lead by Revere, and they're taking the play directly to the inside because they have the opportunity to be there. Again, the turnovers here, and another couple of quick turnovers here have just added more to the Lady Highlanders' offensive woes so far. Bridget Frazier, nice end-to-end drive, just couldn't finish. Result, the Revere Patriots brought it back, and with 2 or 3 quick passes, had the ball off the glass and in.
There you see Destiny on your screen. She plays for Fitchburg State University on their basketball team. Fitchburg State is currently 6-4, contributing as a player. They are 6-4. Their last game against Regis was a loss, 76-71. 10 points by Sam D'Angelo, who everybody will remember, who played for the Woburn Tanners, Lady Tanners, when Somerville was knocked out. She was a freshman when Somerville was knocked out of the playoffs in 2014. So Sam still hurts former Highlanders as they're on the court. Bounce pass to Scott in the paint.
Scott for 2.
2 points. Give the assist to Jada West.
Well, that was a little shaky, but they got the job done, Jeff.
Foul will be on Bridget Frazier with a hip check.
Somerville foul number 24, Bridget
Her
Frazier.
first. Going to the line for 2 will be Caroline Stasio. As a team, they are 3 for 5. Stasio to the line with the Tom Helen knee pads. Tom Helen always stressed that all female basketball players should wear knee pads because they should be diving on the ball, loose balls on the ground, which saves the pressure put on your knees when you collide onto the floor, especially this floor, which
and those
gives no
scrapes
give.
can be extremely uncomfortable.
Picks up her dribble. McEwing picks up her dribble, moves her pivot foot, turnover. McEwing. But again, Jack, are you putting your players in a position where they can succeed? And when you're in the backcourt, McEwing should not be receiving the pass in the backcourt. She should be getting down the court, setting up in her area to shoot a wide open 3.
And what you miss, Jeff, is that opportunity to shoot the ball. As you see Revere put it up and miss. There's a shot you don't get to take, giving the team, your opponent, another opportunity to shoot. At the end of the night, those turnovers end up costing you shot opportunities.
Credit right there, McEwing with a block on that offensive set. 3:51 to go in the half. A 5-point
Revere
lead
foul
for
number
Revere.
22, Katie O'Donnell.
Katie O'Donnell with the foul. That's her third.
Good personal on O'Donnell.
So O'Donnell coming out with third. She'll likely be sitting the rest of the half. West for 3. Count it.
West for 3.
Cuts it to a 2-point lead. West for 3. Excited with that, but Revere looking to come back with a couple of offensive plays of their own for jump shot again, just inside 3-point range. Bridget with the rebound. That's 6 rebounds now for Bridget. Foul is on number 1, Stasio, her second. Racking up the
Revere
fouls
foul number
is
1,
Revere.
Caroline Stasio.
Coming in long.
Stasio's only a sophomore, Jeff, and that's a typical young player mistake, is reaching when it wasn't necessary.
I thought she was fouled well before
Looks
she
like there was
stepped
some
out of bounds.
contact there. Looks like
Heavy
there was some
contact,
contact.
yeah, as the defenders were forcing her to the sideline for the turnover, but forcing her to the sideline with their body. No call was made. Oh, wide open for 3. Rebound to McEwing. Scott all the way into the paint, loses the ball. Jada hits the deck. The turnover on Scott. Revere players saying to slow it down, but they get another floater in the paint. Rebound, Stasio, her own. That's 7. Gets a wide open and credit the rebound to McEwing. Wide open baseline though, Jack.
And I'll tell you, Bridget Frazier's doing a nice
Oh,
job
Scott
filling in.
runs-
She had a good look.
Great look by Bridget Frazier as Scott ran the other way. 2 players on your roster who are cheerleaders in the fall for football. You have Scott and you have Gurpreet. And last year you also had Bella and Jemima last year. So you had actually 4 cheerleaders. And Destiny was a cheerleader for the football program as well. So the crossover with other teams present. Foul, Frazier. Frazier Haley says, keep your hands up straight, hold your position.
Somerville foul number 24, Bridget Frazier.
Here we go with the replay, Jeff.
Did she have defensive position? Oh, she leaned into her foul.
Good call.
Yep. 41, D. Simone going to the line.
And
They've gone cold from the line. DeSimone has missed 3 straight.
And Miss DeSimone's only a freshman, but she shows some aggressiveness going to the hoop, not afraid to take the ball inside, pick up the foul. Got to capitalize on these free throws.
This program was in dire straits through the early 2000s. However, in the last number of years, they've been extremely successful record-wise. I'll run that down next time out. Nevaeh, timeout Freitas Haley. Just let that turnover go out of bounds. Save your timeouts for the half. Second half, now she only has 3 remaining.
That was a good call by the coach, Jeff, because otherwise that would have been a held ball, and Revere was going to pick up the possession. So it was a good call, but again, that timeout could be very valid. Here we go again. It was that foul.
First possession with Bella. You see McEwen's threes. Revere did not make the tournament 07-09. Now in 2010, they came out with a 16-4 record. They lost to Lowell in the first round. Their next year, 2011, was extremely successful going into the tournament. They were the #1 seed at 20-0. They lost in the quarterfinals to Lincoln Sudbury at home, 51-43. But their most successful season was 2016, 17-5, with a victory in the first round against Arlington, Lexington, semifinals against Lowell, and they lost in the Division I North final, 58-46 to Woburn, who eventually got to the Garden. Woburn in 2016, losing there. So that was the successful year for the Revere Patriots. Very records with under 5 losses the last couple years, 2016 through 18 and 15. So this program is in good hands for Mr. Willis as he's rebuilding. Steal by Luong.
Tough pass, Jeff, real tough pass.
Nick Ewing with the offensive board. Defensive board, my mistake. 1:53 left to go. Crossover again by Nevaeh. Turnover by Velasquez. Jump ball possession, Revere.
That held ball is just as important as, again, another shot opportunity that's missed, just like on a turnover. It's one shot you don't get to shoot. Revere possession.
DeSimone bringing the ball up over to the left. Quick fake is Cheever. Cheever gets called for the turnover. Just bad habits, Jack. Get picked up in summer league, AAU programs, because officiating is so lax in those leagues that players pick up bad habits. And you see it early on in the season when officials are right in their right mind, reffing varsity games. Cavallo with the foul. Over the limit is Revere. One-on-one situation for Velasquez. 1:26 left to go in the half. Over the back, McEwen gets him. Velasquez gets her board, but she travels. Offensive board, turnover. There you see Michelle Haggerty, your JV coach, your lead assistant. Jennifer Adams LeBlanc is not here, so Jemima will be serving as the 3rd assistant coach. Almost a steal by Scott. 3-second violation by number 10, Cavallo, who never got out of the lane, Jack. Step out, reset, step out, reset.
Easy enough to do when the official was right on it now, and he made sure to call it now and not just wait till the end of the game and call it. You want to make sure you're consistent with that call.
And that's all what you ever ask for is consistency from your officials. The crossover, Sanchez, but stripped right away by Stasio. Sanchez another rebound, another turnover. Stasio the steal. Open jump shot. Rebound to McEwen. 6 boards for McEwen. 40 seconds to go. All the way in for 2 is Nevaeh. Ties down the game by 1. 37 seconds left to go in this half as Cavallo walks the ball up the court, sets up their offense. Willis calls out a play. Coming through the screen. Tries to set a screen. Stasio is begging to set the screen for Cavallo, but Cavallo takes it on her own. No offensive call. Sanchez with the board. 17 seconds. Scott wants the ball. Tipped out of bounds. No, turnover on Selena.
Sanchez, I think, was just being a little bit too gracious. It looks like she could have made a good move herself inside.
Hey, you're subbing here. The ball, you're subbing, guys. You're not even paying attention to the game. Three's got to come out. Ball was being brought up. Time, too. You lost 4 seconds on that, Jack.
A little miscommunication now. He's supposed to make eye contact with the official before the ball goes in play to make sure it's set, so that does not happen.
Also, the Revere coach sent his player in. She ran in, wasn't even paying attention to the ball being inbounded. Spin move in the paint, gets her own offensive board at the buzzer, puts it back in the fadeaway. So give the offensive board to Cheever on that as she catches her own. Emily gets the also offensive board, tries to get the ball shot back up, but we have a 1-point lead for Revere, 19-18 at halftime. You are watching Somerville High School Lady Highlander varsity basketball on Educational Channel 15.
Unofficial.
And we're back, going over the scores quickly for Revere. Emily with 2. Stasio with 5. Cheever with 6. And DeSimone with 6. Foul trouble, O'Donnell with 3. Stasio with 2. For Somerville, 2 points for Bella. 2 points for Selena. Scott. 2 points for Frazier. 3 for Jada. 3 for Sanchez. And leading the way, McEwen with 6. Foul trouble, Bridget with 2. And Nevea with 2. 1 point deficit for Somerville. Inbound to Nevea. Same players who started are in the game, Jack.
And here we go, Revere
Turnover
again.
right away. Travel gets called for a carry.
The correct call should have been discontinued dribble.
Yes. Well, she never started the dribble, too. That was the other turnover, Nevea. Turnover to Giulio. Foul on number 1. Stasio, that's 3 now, so that's going to hurt Revere. Your 2 best players now. Well, not Katie, but Stasio with 3. Will she stay in the game? McEwen in the low block. Bridget with the baseline floater. Rips it away as Stasio. Outlet pass all the way in with her left hand. Will go to the line. And if that's on Nevea, that is 3.
That is her. That is it.
Somerville foul number 5, Nevea Sanchez.
And Willis is saying to his team, you see players down the court on the floor. He wants his defenders on the floor diving for balls. Fluid jump shot from the first free throw, good for Cheever. Out of the game is Nevea, into the game is Alita. So far, your players 2 for 2. Seven for 11 as a team is Revere. Bella in the low block. Gets it stripped away by Stasio. All the way in for layup. No call. Willis can't believe it. Give the credit to the block to McEwen. As you see here, the replay, Stasio goes up, travels anyway, but gets fouled by McEwen. No call. Traveling violation on Alita. Turnover. Now when you're playing your Northeast Conference game, boys and girls are both opposite each other. So the boys are away at Revere right now, and this is basically a reversal of last year's schedule. This is the only time this will be happening, a 2-year trial. Whole new format will occur next year. 7 minutes to go in the quarter. As Revere plays, passing game wide open 3. Count it. Number 2, Cheever.
Cheever for 3.
11 points for Cheever. First points, all the points so far in the quarter. West Revere fans want to travel, no call. Bridget comes right down the middle, looks for Bell in the low block. She turns into the paint. Rebound to Seeley, tipped out of her hands is Emily. That's 5 defensive boards. All the way in for 2. No defense at all for Somerville. 8 points now for DeSimone as they go up 26-18. In the backcourt. Passes it back to McEwen. Great choice by Caitlin Seeley. All the way, Jada West.
West for 2.
5 points for West as they cut it to a 6-point deficit with 6 minutes to go. Bridget Frazier guarding the middle of that paint, not allowing any more open drives down the middle. Forcing them the sidelines, but another wide open 3. Count it. Cheever
for 3.
Somebody's got to get on her, put your best defender, bring in Scott to guard her and shut her down. 14 points for Cheever in the backcourt again, Jack, as we all know, no 10-second call in the backcourt. Frazier tries to save it.
And there's our dilemma, Jeff. Another turnover, another lost opportunity to get a shot off. Those are the opportunities that are going to be sadly missed at the end of the game.
Scott subs in for Alita and Seeley. And they're going to put Scott right up on her. I would just play a boxing 1 on her now, Jack. Scott's already lost her. She's now open in the corner. They've lost her again. 3 more.
Right
Wide open offensive board in the paint is number 20, Emily. She now has 4. They're starting to run away. This is where that timeout hurts so badly. Out of bounds, Bridget Frazier again, Jack. She's been put in a tough position here. Carla coming into the game now to play a defensive position to shut down.
And Frazier's done a nice job handling the ball, at least getting it in. It's some of the errant passes and the ability to hold on to the ball have really plagued the Highlanders this evening.
It's just you're put in a tough position to be bringing the ball up. But Scott is right up on her. Again, you're fading away from her. You're allowing her to cut through. Nobody's paying attention again. She's wide open. Carla with the board. Carla getting her first action today. Defensive board for Carla Flores. Top of the key is West making her move. Swings it over McEwen for 3. Off the back of the backboard. Stasio with the board. That's 8. 3 more. Scott with the board. Ripped away. Turnover on Scott. Ripped away by number 22, O'Donnell. She goes to the line for 2, Jack.
Somerville foul number 21, Carla Salamanca.
And Jeff, the ability to control the rebound was a problem. As you see the free throw being missed, Salamanca had the hold of the ball and was not able to control it. Again, another opportunity for Revere to get in and get another shot off.
Makes her second, brings it to a 32-20 lead. West in the middle of the floor, still the pressure by Willis. West for 3, her foot was on the line. Over the back, Carla, no call, but yes, he got her. Yeah. Right in front of him, he couldn't sugarcoat that one, Jack. 3 for
No question about that, Jeff, no question at all.
Nevaeh coming back into the game. Leaving is Carla after those 2 fouls. Oh. DeSimone finding something funny. Swings it over to Emily. Again, they're running the same play every time, Jack, getting Cheever open the left side of the court. Back rims the 3, Jada with the board.
It's not a complicated offensive.
No. All you're getting is Erica Cheever in the corner. looking for the jump ball. Possession to Revere. 3:15 left to go in the quarter.
Now, in a situation like that, Jeff, it's something that you see happen a lot at this particular level.
Same with Michigan. Over to Emily. Travel, turnover on Katie O'Donnell.
And Katie was in a big hurry to pick up, to get the ball down, but the back foot was up, and that's a very simple call for the official.
DeSimone yelling out, I got 22. Bridget Frazier dribbles all the way to the paint. High floater, DeSimone with the board.
Frazier lost the handle as she tried to go up, Jeff.
DeSimone under complete control, wide open in the corner again. Rebound by Stasio. That's 9. In the paint, scores number 20, Emily. That's 2 points in this quarter. 6 overall. McEwen in the backcourt. Nevaeh with the turnover. Recover, another turnover not called. Cheever over to number 20, Emily, for 3. Ball ends up in Velasquez's hands. 3rd rebound of the game. 2 minutes to go in this quarter. 14-point lead for Revere as Bridget Frazier runs the offense. High post, sweeping right-handed hook by number 5, Sanchez. Rebound to DeSimone.
Just couldn't get that ball up high enough off the glass, Jeff.
Her foot's on the line. McEwen with the board. 7 rebounds for McEwen. Freya Staley wants him to run. Push off on Bridget. No call. West top of the key. Up fake for 3 more. Off the glass. 2 points. Her foot was on the line. 7 points now for Jada. Again, same play as you get the wide open 3 in the left side of the corner. There's your jump shot. Shut down the baseline. They're killing you baseline, Jack.
It's not difficult to do when you leave somebody wide open with a nice makeable shot like that, Jeff.
Wholesale substitutions about to come in. Your veterans on this team. Sealy, Bella, Alita. Foul on DeSimone. 1 minute to go in the 3rd. Forcing into the backcourt. Number 3, who tried to get in earlier in the game. I went over the scorebook with the woman who does the scorebook for Revere. I said, is everything accurate? She said everything is perfect. She went over every player, and of course, we have a 3 into the game, Jack, and we don't have a 3 on our roster.
Oh, that's a violation.
Well, she could have been in her book. She just decided to tell me that everything was accurate. For 3, we don't have her name. Rebound, Stasio. Foul beyond Frazier, going to the line is number 3, so now we'll get her name.
Some of a foul, number 24, Bridget Frazier.
That's her 3rd. Who's going to line? We'll just put her down as number 3. Right
Revere 3.
Remain nameless.
Shot.
37 to 22 as they're starting to break away with this lead, Jack.
And the turnover situation, Jeff, is just plaguing the high school. There's yet another one.
Give the rebound to Alita. Oh, hits the deck hard. Foul should be on.
That was a possession. That was a possession.
19 seconds to go. Let's see on your replay right here.
Could have easily been called a foul on that one, Jeff.
Oh, fist was up. Offensive foul is a makeup call for his last play. Offensive foul on
Somerville foul
Bridget.
number 24, Bridget Frazier.
So the previous play, Jack, what did he call?
That's right. He had the, as you said, that makeup on that call there. There was no question about that.
At the buzzer, looking Revere for the open three. Count it!
Cheever for 3.
3 threes in the quarter for number 2, Erica Cheever.
40, Somerville 22.
11 points in that period for Miss Cheever, Jeff. Well, here we go again. Let's take a quick look.
That was Nevea going down the middle. This is a recap of
these
highlights
scoring
of the game.
opportunities. And West with the off-the-glass shot.
Melissa Baptista finishing out her career at Tufts University. In her career, Jack, a total of 114 wins and 15 losses. 15 losses a total for Melissa Baptista when she played her 4 years at Tufts University. She started 126. She started 94 out of 126 games for a total of 1,337 points. 40% from the field, career, 27.6% from threes, 67% from the free throw line. They got to the national championship game her junior year when they were losing to Thomas More. So exceptional career for Melissa Baptista, who's on your banner there, scoring 1,000 points and scored 1,000 more points for Tufts University. A graduate last year. Exceptional career. Floater in the paint by Cheever.
Cheever for 2.
16 points for Cheever. Frazier comes out with the board. Guprit is in the game. Turnover, Guprit, and then she fouls her. So now everybody on the active roster, Jack, except one, has played. Kiara Pontes is the only one who's not gotten in. Guprit with the foul.
Well, and after that mistake, Capri obviously was frustrated and tried to make up for it and committed the foul.
Kiara is into the game now. Number 32, if you're scoring at home. Carla out. Carla's defense causes number 23 to turn the ball over. No, nobody tipped out of bounds. And Jada thought it was tipped out. However, we'll give the turnover to Frazier. Number 3 is out. Big knee brace. Whose voice was that? For 3. Off the back rim, Carla with the board. 2 rebounds now for Carla. Frazier keeps chugging. Turnover again. All the way in for 2 is number 41, DeSimone, who now has 10 points. 44-22 lead. Injuries and players not playing has really hurt this team with their focus. Arcing Rainbow, number 1 with the board, Stasio. 11 rebounds for Stasio. Wants help. Number 10's in the game, Cavallo. Wholesale substitutions, next step ball for 3 more. Count it. Cheever. 4 threes in the game for Cheever. She'll want to play in this gym the rest of her career. Carla with the
for 2.
first 2 points of the season for her. Frazier keeping her hands up in the paint, not allowing any more drives. However, they still need to shut off that baseline. Gets her own offensive board in the paint. Guprit needs to box out. Travel on number 1. Stasio, rebound, but after she got her own offensive board. Wholesale substitutions. Bella in. Bella's in. Seeley's in. Sanchez is in. Guprit's out. Carla's out. Carla's out. or Kiara's out. McEwen inbounds the ball.
Come on, Miss Bella, get in there. Get those hands up. Get it ready.
Bella wants the ball in the paint. She's got to get out of there. A 3-second violation could be called.
McEwen for
for two.
Hands up, hands up, hands up.
Down the middle floater is DeSimone.
DeSimone for two.
The score holds up, Jack. They'll even their record at 2-2.
And what's difficult, that was a one-point contest at the half, Jeff, and
Yep.
you know, we look at the score now, we're looking at a 23-point deficit. A lot of it due to the turnovers, which have, again, just continued to plague the high school for obvious reasons.
And the threes by
Ms. Cheever has
Cheever.
done an excellent job.
Sealy inbound
Nice
play.
Sealy for two.
Gets the two.
Now, the three-point shot has certainly changed the game of basketball, Jeff. Opened up the middle.
Traveling violation on DeSimone.
Timeout Revere.
Timeout
And
Revere.
For teams who can make the three on a consistent basis, it's a terrific weapon to have, and you can see when you got a shooter like Erica Cheever here for the Lady Patriots. She's got a great touch, she's got good form, and as a result now, she's got 4 threes in the game. Very impressive shooting, but at least 3 of those, she was left all alone in the corner because the Lady Highlanders were not out to be able to at least get a hand in her face. She had time to set up, put the shot in. As a result,
2 major rule changes this year, Jack. Rule 9.9.1, a player shall not be the first to touch the ball after it's been in team control in the front court. If he or she or a teammate last touched it or was touched by the ball in the front court before it went into the back court. The exception, any player located in the back court may recover the ball deflected from the front court by defense. The rationale for that rule change is to ensure that a team is not unfairly disadvantaged on a deflected pass.
and that was it was a tough call with people making the right effort. That's a good change.
Big rebound by DeSimone. Another rule change. One more we'll go over next dead ball. Frazier all the way through everybody for 2.
Frazier
No
for
stopping.
2.
Bridget Frazier coming out of the timeout with 4 minutes to go.
And she's played most of this contest, Jeff, and done a great job with hustle.
This defense coming in out of this timeout has stepped up exceptionally. Rebound to McEwen. They want McEwen for 3, but it's Nevaeh that shoots the ball. Rebound to Cheever. That's 5. No.
Too easy going inside, Jeff.
Too easy. Exactly. You got to close off that paint. Tipped out of bounds. Nevaeh now with another turnover. Coming in as a leader for number 22, McEwen. Scott coming in. Still wide open middle paint. And again, right there, Jack.
There's a layup, an opportunity. Good thing it was a miss, but it was just too easy, Jeff.
Frazier pushed the ball. Get the ball into Sanchez's hands and let her create. Floater for Bridget Frazier.
For 2.
6 points for Frazier. Plenty of time here. Defense is the chant. However, there's no stopping Cheever. Recovering in the paint. Number 20, Emily gets the loose ball. Over 50 points now. That kind of seals the deal right there, Jack.
That pretty much does it, Jeff. They were just too easy of an opportunity under the basket on that loose ball.
Scotwood had her foot on the baseline. Jump ball, possession to Somerville.
Very typical when a lot of times you'll see the player will get the ball, bring it down to chest level. All the defender has to do is put it her hand on it, and there's the tie-up. So you got a help
three.
ball situation.
Out of bounds. Bella into the game. Subs for Revere, the unnamed number 3. Seeley's out of the game. Kara had her hand up. It's communication between the two officials, Jack. She had her hand up holding, he was about to inbound the ball, and he handed the ball to the...
The technique is to look and make sure that you see what the other person has. Got a little ragged tonight.
All the way in for 2 is Cavallo. Bringing his defense back to half court is Willis. Off the glass.
Frazier for 2.
Frazier just 6 points now in the quarter.
Now, her ref has been continual the whole game. Very aggressive.
Foul will be on Sanchez.
Sanchez, I think that's going to be a 4th.
Somerville foul number 5, Nevaeh Sanchez.
Going to the line is DeSimone. .146 left to go in the game. Two from the line, 2 for 2. 4 for 7 from the line is DeSimone overall. 55, 34, 145 remaining in this game.
She and Erica Cheever have done the job for the Lady Patriots, Jeff.
On the ground is number 4. Velasquez gets the ball back. Creates a jump ball situation. Bridget Frazier about to inbound the ball right in front of their bench. To Velasquez. Crossover, Bella. Makes no progress, turnover. Number 3 loses the ball, recovers. No turnover there, low block. Blocked by Alita. Number 15 is into the game. Nina. Shot clock is down, under 5. Bridget Frazier dives for the ball, recovered by Revere. They will take the turnover. Shot clock violation. The buzzer sounded when number 3 was on the ball, on top of the ball on the ground, on the floor. 54.8 to go.
Jeff, I think you missed it. You could have easily said, down goes Frazier.
Yes, yes. Working hard is Bridget, forced to play out of position this game. Alita in the paint, turnaround. Rebound to number 3. Jump ball, Bella gets in there, gets the Somerville possession. No, the possession was pointed Somerville's way. Now they just flipped it back.
They flipped it back. Somebody's a little missed at the scorer's table.
You still do the backup with the item in your pocket.
Should be very easy to do.
Correct, Jack?
Should be easy. Should be very simple to do. Always look at the possession arrow. Make sure it's correct.
Off Bridget, out of bounds. Turnover. 13.4 to go in this contest.
We got to give Frazier a lot of credit, Jeff.
Yes.
She stepped in and has done a job at both ends of the floor. 6 points in this period, a bucket in the first quarter. She's been at both ends rebounding, has handled the ball, which has not been her usual role. I think we have to give her credit for a job well done tonight. Unfortunately, the turnover problem has been plaguing the team throughout this contest and others. And
24 comes into the game. Frankie.
another easy path to the basket, Jeff.
At the buzzer, it is 34.
Final score, Revere 57, Somerville 34.
All right, Jeff, we're back with a little summary here so far. It looks like I can see that really for the Lady Highlanders tonight, turnovers yet again seem to be the big problem tonight. In the second half alone, we had another 13 turnovers coupled with 16 in the first half. That's not a winning formula when you can have that many turnovers in a game. And Bridget Frazier for the Highlanders did an exceptional job picking up and handling the ball, which has not been her primary responsibility during the course of the year. And young Jada Neva Sanchez did an admirable job trying to pick up a little bit, handling the ball. But scoring opportunities were minimal, and the Revere Patriots did a terrific job with their two big scorers, Erica Cheever, who had 4 threes, and young Skylar DeSimone, who ended up, I believe, with about 14 points on her handling the ball and doing a pretty good job running the Patriot offense, Jeff.
So for Revere, we'll go to Somerville first. 2 points for Caitlin, 2 points for Scott, 2 points for Carla in their first 2 points of the season. 7 points for Jada, and tied for 8 points to the lead, McEwing and Bridget Frazier. They went 1 for 6 from the line. Jack did not go to the line once in the second half for a total of 34. For Revere, 2 points for Cavallo, actually 1 point for Katie O'Donnell, who was in foul trouble most of the game, 1 point for number 3, 2 points for Frankie, 2 points for Caroline Cavallo, 10 points for Emily, 14 points for DeSimone, as you said, and leading the way, Erica Cheever with all the threes in the second half, 22 points total. They went 11 for 17 from the line, so they are now 2-2, and Somerville falls to 0-4. Now, what we're looking at before the game, Jack, this say as it remains this year, your North and your South bracket for the Northeast Conference North, and it does have anything to do with basically geography. It's just what they're calling them. North is Peabody, Revere, the Tulans, English and Classical, Beverly, Marblehead, Malden, Everett. For the South, Winthrop, Swampscott, Danvers, Salem, Medford, Saugus, Gloucester, and Somerville. So the way they broke that down, and that's what Somerville looks at now with Jemima coming back come January with your team and getting the inexperienced players playing time. You finish first or tie for first in that division, you can still make the tournament even if you have a sub 500 record. Now you're playing 20 games this year. So that's some goal for Somerville to look at, to say we can still win our division in the South if we can get some wins against these teams. Medford, Saugus, you're only playing them once. The way the conference is set up, the same way as last year. So that's something that Somerville for a goal in the second half of the season.
And too, I think Coach Sheila Freitas-Haley is certainly going to work on ball handling against the press that seems to have plagued the high school in the games we've seen here on the Highlander floor this year, because there are opportunities you don't get to shoot. When you don't get to shoot and you allow the opponent to get a shot off, I think Revere tonight just unofficially probably had twice as many shots as Sonal did because of those turnovers. To have 28 turnovers in the game is simply not going to help yourself. So there's some work cut out there, but there's some bright spots, particularly if we can see the return of Jemima Joseph in the not-too-distant future. Yep. And it's hoping that Taylor Casey, if her injury is not as severe, and we might have an opportunity to see her come back as well. She was very frustrated with play the other night and then get hurt near the end of the game. So those are a couple of opportunities. Hopefully the high school will have taken advantage of.
You finally get clear from a concussion, and unfortunately the injury comes in. You have the 2 games coming up with the Highlander Hoop Fest. You open up on the 27th against Salem here at 3 o'clock. You win that game, you advance against the winner of Charlestown Watertown to the championship game, which would be the following day on the 28th at 5 o'clock. If not, the consolation game is at 1. So for Jack Conley, I'm filling in for Todd Harmon. I am Jeffrey Genziano. 0-4 is Somerville leaving this game. Revere Patriots tie up their record at 2-2. You've been watching Somerville Lady Highlander basketball on Educational Channel 15. And Jack, a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to you, sir, and your family.
Let's have many more of them for all of us, Jeff.